We need community in our lives. And I think that everyone's kind of acknowledged that that's a need based off of the last year that we've had. And we've just found that when people aren't in true community, that's when conflict and that's when problems really start to stack on top of each other. So if we're in community, we're actually living out the implications of what the gospel actually means. So when we have community like this, when we're encouraged and stirred up, we're getting a little glimpse of what the future holds for us in heaven and the hope that we have for eternal life with Him. We get to do that together. You need to be in a spot where you're meeting consistently with people that follow the same heart as you, that have a heart for Jesus, and that want to grow in their faith and want to help you grow in your faith, and you want to do the same thing with them. I would say if you find a good couple that can pour into your life and you recognize that, ask. And if they say no, I mean, that would sting for a little while, but like, that's okay. You will not get it if you don't ask. But when we find someone of like, this would be a good thing for them, I would say that we just try to stay consistent in communication and then just make ourselves available to them. If they take it, great. And if they don't, that's their choice. We have different pockets of community kind of all around. So we've got our family pocket, which is great. We've got our church friends, which is awesome. And then we've also just got our neighborhood friends that we try to be really intentional with.
The biggest thing, and sometimes the only thing you have in common with that group, is Jesus and is this core. And so with that, the hope is, and we've sometimes led our groups, sometimes we haven't. It hasn't necessarily been, well, it's never non-existent. There's always something like a stressor or conflict, is when the leaders of the group, and sometimes that's us, it's been other people at other times, have made Jesus the foundation and the goal of the group, everyone being on the same page of knowing that this group's goal is to honor God and to help each other honor God as we grow in relationship amongst the group, right? So we're pushing each other to serve Jesus better while we grow in relationship horizontally here in our group.
In terms of dealing with conflict within community, I hope you do. Because if you're not dealing with any conflict, you probably actually don't have a real relationship with someone.
It's probably not true.
Because the minute that you get to know someone, like actually get to know someone, have them actually know you, you're just gonna realize that there are differences and maybe even some pretty big core differences. So that's like when you actually have real, genuine community, is when there are differences, and yet you're going to say, like Ashley said, the foundation is Jesus. We are here to grow in our relationship with Jesus and to love each other along the way.
So the themes I see here are proximity, closeness, people that you actually live your life alongside, which the analog, or the kind of the side-by-side version of that for marriage is being in close proximity, staying close, maintaining that closeness.
Such a parallel to marriage.
There's clarity, so proximity, clarity, in that you know why you have a friendship, why you have a marriage. It's to honor Christ, it's to know Christ, it's to lead each other, sharpen each other in that regard. And then the third one was conflict, being able to conflict well.